Welcome to the channel, y'all. This is going to be a Christmas special for everyone who has been tuning in. This is my current collection. And we're going to go over the whole thing today. Put in some stories on some of these tractors. And, well, show you pretty much everything that's going on around here. And what I'm trying to get done. And all that stuff. If you're watching this on Christmas morning, Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy your Christmas with your family. I am filming this a week before Christmas. Christmas is a week from today. That's when I'm filming. That way I can get this edited and out to you guys on Christmas morning. If you've been here for any period of time, you know that I collect mostly garden tractors, but I do have some other stuff also. Right now, we're kind of full. It's kind of a flustercluck. If you come back here, I'm standing at the door right now. So this is all the space I have, and I still have 2 garden tractors and a snowblower over in the other building that I'm working on. I also have the John Deere 70 over there, the farm tractor that I bought probably 2-3 years ago now. So today we're just going to go over all the stuff that I have and put some backstory on some things. Apparently the cat is going to come along. So if you hear cats yelling, this one's kind of stupid. He likes to just run around and yell. So that's what might be happening if you hear cats yelling in the background. Let's get into it. Alright, so as of probably a year ago, I wanted to have one of each model John Deere garden tractor that Deere made, and I wanted to have them all first year production. But, as you see, I'm nowhere near that, and I'm full. So about 2 years ago, I figured that out. I was not going to have enough time, money, or space. And I kind of gave up on that. I had wanted the 4 different color patios in each of the 3 models, or each of the 4 models. So I was going to have 16 patio tractors. Wanted all different years, all that stuff. But a couple years ago, I decided to be more realistic and decided that I wanted a green set. And I was going to get 69, 110, and 12, the 71, 120, and then whatever 140. It was going to be my 74 that I restored. But then earlier in the year, or late last year actually, I picked up this 71 140 H3, and I already had 2 of these at that point. So I'm like, you know, I'll just get a 71 112 and 110 hydraulic lift. So I wanted the 71 green tractors. So now I have all 4 of them. They're all 4 going to get restored eventually. I'm not sure what if I'm going to restore this completely or not. There's nothing mechanically wrong with it. I've done a bunch of work to it, but it doesn't look the best paint-wise. And of course, I wanted the 4 1970 patios because I already had the 120, the 140, and the 112. All I had to find was this 110 hydraulic lift, 1970. So this spring I was able to find one of these and pick it up. Obviously it's going to get restored. It's green. I'm going to restore these 2. That one I'm going to probably repaint. And I'm currently restoring the 140. So I've got my set of 4 patios. All 1970. So I've got the 71 green tractors, the 70 white tractors. And then I wanted to have, well, I had already had the whole 200 series set, first year production. By the time I decided I didn't want to do the whole John Deere garden tractor series, the 212's over in the shop, it's being restored. Didn't get finished this year, but I already had all of them. So I decided, you know, I like the 200 series, I'll keep my 6 200 series. And I had this one owner original 317, hated to get rid of it, kind of like it, good tractor. So I did some work to it, put a cab on it. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep the 400, and I'm going to look for a 1975 300 to match the 400 and the 200. I wanted an original paint one, but the 200 isn't original. So I'd still like to have an original paint one, but it's not going to be as good. The 400 is a one owner original tractor. The 200 I bought from Tim Wagner in Michigan back when he was doing John Deere. He now has a business, Timothy's Tractors, if I remember correctly, and he sells new mowers. I can't remember what brand. I haven't bought anything from him in a while because I'm all John Deere and old stuff. I don't like the new things. So I've got my 471 green 100 series, my 470 white 100 series. I've got my 200 series set, my 317 400. I want to get a 1975 300, and I'd like to get a 140 H3 side tag. Over in the shop I have my 112 hydraulic side tag, and right there, you guys just saw it a week ago or something, the 110 hydraulic side tag. I am currently restoring the 112. I'm going to restore that one, and I'm going to restore 140 when I get one. So I need the 300, the 140 side tag, and I'd still like to find my original 140 that we called Bug Eyes. It was a 1973, kind of like that one. So I need those three tractors, and then my garden tractor collection will be complete. Now, as you see, there's still a lot of stuff in the middle here that I haven't gone over. When I was in high school, I found a Gravely 450 in a parts yard, bought it, thought the Graveleys were really cool, and then I went to a 432. I'd wanted an 800 series, but I was just getting what I could find to brush hog with. At the beginning of last year, springtime, I bought that in an auction. That is a one owner original paint, 1967 first year production Gravely 430, and I bought it for $100. You guys saw me get that thing running, buy it at the auction, use it. I actually broke the spindle this summer mowing with it, or this fall, so it's going to get fixed, but it's currently just sitting, and I hate to get rid of it. It wasn't really one of the Graveleys I wanted. I wanted a 432 and an 814, and I've decided to keep that because I really like it. It's got a good story behind it, and the story is half the fun. And you're not going to be able to see them very well, but back in the corner, that yellow tractor is my 432 that I'm going to be keeping. It's a 69 yellow to match the 430. And then there's him. And then the last tractor is my one owner original first year production 814. It's a 1973 hydraulic lift. Needs a lot of work, but we got it running and driving on the channel over the summer or this spring. I don't even remember. It's been a while now. I need to do all new clutches, PTO clutch, forward and reverse clutches, and then it'll be a good usable tractor. Have to do a little bit of work, but it's going to be a good one. These two 432s I'm going to sell. That one with the 814 hood is actually the 812 parts tractor for the 814. It's going to get either sold or parted out when I'm done fixing up the 814. And I'd always had walk behinds here and there. Never liked them because I was lazy, didn't want to walk. But at the beginning of this year, actually it was April, I believe, I started working out, trying to get into shape, and I had ended up with a Gravely walk behind. I bought it at the scrap. It was a 526, I think, and you guys saw the video getting that running with a brush hog, actually with that brush hog on it, and I enjoyed using that. It was a good way to get some work done and try and get some exercise. So I decided, you know, I want to walk behind. I want the red and white, and I want a 12 horse, biggest one you can get. So I got a 566. This tractor we got running on the channel. It does still need some work. I'm going to make one out of the two of these, and then the rest of that one will get parted out. So I'll have the 4 Graveleys, and then my 100 series, 200 series, 300 series, and the 400. And all this other stuff in the middle is just going to be sold. This is a 1970 120. You guys probably have not seen the video on this yet. It should be coming out Sunday morning, so stay tuned. This thing was a fight and a half, but we got it running and driving. Now it's going to get sold. Does need some work still, but it is pretty decent platform to start with. That's a 69 110 hydraulic lift. It's going to get parted out for my other 3 110 8-horse Kohler hydraulic lifts. The side tag, the patio, and the 71. This is and I don't know the year, I want to say it was a 93. Maybe this was made 92 and 3 or 93 and 4, something like that. Cub Cadet 1730. See what I mean about noise? And this was actually free on the side of the road. So I'm actually going to get this one running, driving, mowing, and sell it. It sat there for over a week. I gave plenty of people plenty of chance to pick it up. And when it didn't disappear, I went and grabbed it. So eventually this will be on the channel. I have not gotten around to it yet, but this one's going to be on the channel. Get it running, service it, and sell it. Over here we have the 1964 Toro Professional 70. Got this one running and driving on the channel. And I got it back from being sharpened at the Amish. So I do have it listed for sale. It's in the way. I need more space, as you see. So if it doesn't sell by spring, which I'm in no hurry to sell it, but if somebody wants it, I'm going to sell it. We're going to use it. It did get a little bit of dirt through the tank and plugged up the line, so I do have to fix that before we can use it. I never did clean out that tank. Should have. Was too lazy. And yeah, we'll be mowing with that in the spring if I still have it. If I don't, it's no big deal. It'll just be sold. But that's one of those things. Back there is the 210, one owner original 86. It's going to be sold. Got it running probably a year ago on the channel. Maybe a year and a half ago. Mowed with it a little bit, rebuilt the deck, all that stuff. It's a good tractor. Again, need space. I got to get rid of some stuff. Right here is a Haben sickle bar, and I bought that, I think the 29th or something like that, 28th of November, and I'm going to put it on that tractor. I'm currently working on getting some parts. It was missing a lot of the hardware. It's missing the pipe that runs to the back to mount it. It's got the knife guard, which evidently is the least common thing to come with them. It also seems as though someone was mowing rocks with it. So I've got some new knife sections. I'm having trouble finding the ledger plates. I've found 11 of them. I need 19 of them or 18 of them, something like that. So I got to try and find more. But that will be a YouTube project. When I get all the parts together, I'm going to rebuild that, put it on that 140, and it will get used next summer. So stay tuned for that. And then I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, eventually restore the sickle bar, paint it up nice, and when I restore that 120, the 71, put it on that. But we'll see. As you see, there's the cat over there, jungle gymming again. He's a clown. Then we got these two monstrosities. This is a Craftsman lawnmower made into a side-by-side. It's pretty fun. I don't use it anymore. I've actually supposed to have it traded for a 1980s Ford truck. And that is a 1980 111 four-wheel drive. And I don't have it listed or anything yet, but I'm going to get rid of it also. In the back, I just have a lot of attachments. Lots of just random pieces, parts, attachments, and chowder. So the plan in here, eventually, is I'm supposed to be getting some shelving. So whenever I can make that happen, I'd like to put shelving starting at this post here, all the way down to the end and across to this post. So those two sections and all the way up to here will be heavy pallet racking. I want to put the shelves at about 5 feet. So the first two sections, I'm going to have the 3 side tag tractors on the shelves. And then up on top, I'll put all the tires and pieces and parts. The back shelving units will be for all the attachments. And then I'll have the 212 will be there. That'll be up on a shelf. The 300 will go here. The 317 there. That stuff will be gone. The 400 will be there. All of these up to here are where they're going to be. The 140 patio will go here. Then I'll have the next 2 spaces for my 2 extra 140s that'll be down off the shelf. And then the last 3 spots will be the 3 Gravely riders. And the walk behind will just be jammed someplace. And at that point, there will be nothing in the middle except for the walk behind Gravely potentially. And hopefully I can try and keep it that way. Right now things are moving really slow, not really selling, thanks to our current economy and you know who. So hopefully we can get that fixed now that we've actually got good administration coming in. For the farm tractors, I've already got the 70 LP single front wheel. It does run, but it keeps fighting every step of the way, and it's one of those things that it's not needed or real important yet. It's kind of out of the way, so I just haven't been working on it a lot. I'd also like to get a 1950 John Deere A with a single front wheel and a 1950 John Deere G. Those are a couple of the next farm tractors I'd like to get. And it's raining outside right now, so I'm not going to go out there because it's cold and wet. But I've got, and you've seen it, I'll put a picture here though anyway, a 95 F250. It's a V8 gas, 5-speed manual, 4-wheel drive. I love that truck. I'm keeping that. It's not going anywhere. I'd also like to get a, and there's him again, a 96 or 95 6 or 7 extended cab. Diesel, that's the same thing, 5-speed, 4-wheel drive, 7.3 power stroke. And I'm currently on the hunt for an 80s, preferably an 86. I don't know why I like the 86, but I do. I want to get a crew cab long bed dually 6.9 manual. Preferably put a 5-speed behind it because I know a lot of those had a 4-speed, and I'd like to build that for my tow rig and get rid of the Super Duty and get some other old trucks. But that's currently where I'm at. I'd also like to get a 1970, what was it, 3 through 5 or 6, I think, John Deere 600 snowmobile. Not sure where they're all at, but I've been looking for one for a year or two. Haven't found one yet that's close by and in my price range, but I will eventually. Not going to get in a big hurry. So for restorations the next few years, this coming summer I am not going to start any restoration projects. I've got 3 currently in the works. I need to finish that 140, the 112 side tag, and the 212. They're all almost done. I'm just to the part of nickeling and diming me to death. So I'm going to try and finish the 3 of those this coming summer instead of starting a new one. After that, one of these winters, I'm going to rebuild the engine in the 210. I'm not going to paint it. It's original paint. Not sure what I'm going to do with the 2 of these yet. I'm going to leave them that way for now. Someday I'm going to restore the 214, repaint it, and do some engine work, but not in any hurry to do that. Like I said, these 2 are going to get restored. The 120 is going to get restored. This 140 is going to get at least repainted. 110 is going to get restored. The 120 is going to get restored. This will eventually get painted. The 140 is already being restored. The side tag's going to get restored. So I've got a lot of things that I want to restore around here and get back to nice shape. All of my original paint tractors, I'm not going to do any paint work to them. You see the 400, pretty good patina. Decal is a little faded out on this side. I believe the other side is better. Nope, it's not. Okay. This one did sit outside for a number of years, but pretty good tractor. I've been using it, and I'm just going to do mechanical stuff to it. This, also one owner original. Not going to do any paint work to it. I did put this cab on it. Not done yet. Should see the one other cat we got. He'll get up in here and ride with me when I'm using it. I've got 2 heaters in here, and they're both junk. So I'm still hunting for a good heater, but I have yet to find one. I do need to get a shorter wiper blade for this, because as you can see, it comes down and rubs that and picks the wiper right off the glass right here, so I can't see. So I need a shorter wiper blade for that. Somebody told me that that one would work. They were using it on theirs. It works, but it doesn't work correctly. The speaker wired up to charge. I've got a bunch of stuff in here. Lights, all that happy stuff. That scared him, didn't it? He's kind of a dingbat. But this project is almost done. I do need to put a different regulator on it. It doesn't charge enough volts to maintain a good battery charge while I'm running things. It runs the battery down. It doesn't charge real good anyway with the regulator that's on it. So I have a regulator that I bought for the 400 that was letting it charge like 15 volts. I'm going to put that on it and see if that helps me. And hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then we'll go a different route. But I'd like to keep things as original as possible. I do love the original tractors. This cat, he's such a goof. And all 3 of our cats are currently more or less rescues. He was a stray somebody found, but didn't want him, so nobody else took him, so here he is. And our other 2 were strays that wandered in off the streets. Yeah, he's not the brightest. He isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but there he is. So, this project is more or less done, and we'll be moving on. Once we can find a good heater for this, then I'm going to tidy up all these wires, put them in loom, tighten up the zip ties. Right now it's kind of just all put together slightly, but eventually. What am I going to do with you, buddy? What's he going to do if I close the door? No, don't you dare. No. He does that to the house, too. Muds everything up. You don't want to be in there, just come out. No, down here. Come on out. He's a dingleberry. He doesn't want to come out. He wants me to open the door for him. Maybe not. He's a dingbat. All right, I'll leave the door open for you. There, screwball. So, hopefully this answers some of everyone's questions. I get questions occasionally what's going on around here. I try to do an update video once a month. I usually do it on the first of the month, and I'll probably still do one for the first of the month. This one's just going to be kind of an extra. Just kind of show you what's going on. But if you are new here, and this is the first video you've seen, hopefully you enjoy some of what you're seeing. This is not usually the kind of content that I put out, but people seem to like when I update and show my whole collection. And here we are. I'm kind of showing my collection here and giving some insight into where I'd like to be. But if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing for, you know, builds, restorations. Like I said, we built this cab. I recovered everything, put all new glass in it except the front. So we do some interesting stuff on here, some time-consuming things. I've probably got, I don't know, I've probably got a lot of hours into this cab because got to sew all this stuff onto the door frames. And well, I am not a sewer, so made it happen though. But yeah, like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. If you are seeing this on Christmas, thank you for being here and watching all the videos. And let me know if there's anything that you see in this or in any other video that you want to see more on. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I try to read all the comments if YouTube tells me about them. And yeah, half the fun of being in this hobby and being able to do YouTube is being able to help other collectors. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your loyalty. We're almost to 3,100 subs. And I hope to see you again on another video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.